Hello everyone, I'm Dante from Low Manor, and today we are breaking down everything from the recent Anthem developer stream, featuring Ben Irving, Francis Lacuna, and Leah Shinkowski, giving us our very first look at the Forge, the place where you can customize your Javelin from weapon loadout to whichever fancy color combo you want to run with. I'm still catching up on everything for the next This Week in Anthem, but in the meantime, BioWare are plowing forward with another Twitch stream, this week covering the customization section of the Forge. The Forge is the mechanic that allows you to change your item loadout, weapons and abilities, that kind of thing, but it's also where you apply all of your cosmetic changes, which I must stress are two entirely separate features within the game. Today we got our first look at the latter portion, our first view of just how extensive the cosmetic features are, and you certainly won't be disappointed. By far the most in-depth customization feature set I've seen in any RPG or loot-based game. If anything, it reminds me more of the customization features you expect from car games. So what does this feature consist of and how does it all work? Looking at the UI, we can see that each Javelin is split into different segments. These allow you to change the silhouette, material or pattern type, and colorization. Silhouettes come in the form of themed armor sets, such as the Legion of Dawn armor. We saw 7 of these in the menu within the stream, but I doubt there's any confirmation of what we can expect at launch. On top of these sets, you have the material layer, which I have to admit is exactly what I was hoping for. There are far too many options just to list. Essentially, if you want a specific material, be it metals, fabrics or patterns, they've got you covered. Then when it comes to coloring your Javelin, you can do pretty much anything you can imagine. The colours can then be layered onto the materials with realistic renderings for accurate light interaction. Some materials, such as metals, will have a more limited colour pool, because otherwise you can't tell what's metallic, and others, such as patterns, have multiple colour choices. When it comes to colours, you have access to a custom colour tool, and you can even save those to use on multiple paint schemes. You can apply these colours through their 6-layered colorization tool, which is split up this way as this is how their art team creates skins. These consist of a primary hard, primary soft, and primary tertiary, and then the same breakdown on secondary colours. Each can be layered differently with materials and colours. This isn't where the cosmetics stop though. Once you've chosen your perfect layout of silhouettes, materials and colours, you can then add wear and tear to the Javelin at different levels. You can stick with some pristine and fresh out of the paint shop look, or if you want a more used look, they've got several options that cover chipping, staining and general dirt based options. But wait, there's more. On top of all your own customization, the game will also include preset vinyl wraps. These are sets that can be applied over any silhouette on any Javelin, that have been made by the BioWare art team. From what it seems, the majority of these will be from rewards in game, and some as cosmetics that can be bought with either real world money or currency earned in game. Unfortunately, Ben mentioned they weren't ready to talk about any of the monetization or purchasing schemes for Anthem, so we have no idea how much any of this is going to cost in-game, or in some cases actual money. However, I should add that it has been previously stated that the way unlocks for cosmetics will work is a one-time buy situation, so you never run the risk of running out of your favourite shader. You purchase it once, and you keep it for as long as you play the game. Other than this, we got to see a few pre-made skins by Francis, even a sneaky look at one for each Javelin, although a full view of each wasn't ready just yet. As for the other side of the Forge, we should be seeing the loadout portion in the coming weeks as we get more streams. Once they have nailed down the more number crunching side, we can start to see how loadouts, set items, legendaries and gear in general will work. I suppose one point on this side we did get confirmed is that colour schemes will automatically apply to any equipment you have attached, and you will also be able to modify your weapons independently with a slightly more limited customization set. And one more thing, I almost forgot to include the last set that they showed us, the list of animations, which there seems to be a lot of, even if have not made it into the icons just yet. Heavy air guitar, finger guns and the flare we've seen before, all as examples. On top of the emote system, we have 2 other sections, one for victory poses, which is new. At the end of missions there will be a page with all the Javelins in their poses, very much like you see in Overwatch or top squads in Battlefield. And the other is something we've actually seen in action, entry animations. So when you load into a mission or join into a friend's game, you can customize how your entry looks. We didn't get to see the scope of these just yet, but they're nice minor touches. Throughout the stream we also had a bit of a Q&A going on, so I'm going to pull out some of the highlights, as most have been asked before. Also, if you want, I can publish these separately so you can just read through yourself. Be sure to let me know in the comment section below. So we may have a very deep cosmetic system and access to a lot of options, but one of the more limited features is decals. Yes, there are a lot of nice ones made by the artists at BioWare, but we won't be able to create our own. If we ever do, it will likely be well after launch. One feature currently missing from the loadout feature is the ability to save a colour set that can be applied across multiple javelins, with the exception of vinyls. Though the team working on the cosmetic mechanics will be looking into potentially bringing this idea into the game, eventually. Along these same lines, there is currently no plans to include a randomised function, though the team especially liked this idea and will be taking it away and seeing if it's possible to implement at launch, or if not, at a later update. When it comes to the number of loadouts you can create, it's still up in the air, dependent on UI space and what they can comfortably support. The current amount is 5 per javelin, for a total of 20 separate presets. Pretty decent number to start with, but hopefully we can have the cap on this removed, unless there is a bigger issue preventing this that I'm unaware of. The last error from the questions that seemed like new information is in relation to weapons, which we didn't get to see any customization of. Within the loadout section for these items, we will have some customization for these. Ben and the others confirmed that as part of this you can apply your preset in use to these weapons, though they will have less freedom in terms of changing the silhouettes and not all materials will be able to carry over. All in all, this was a great first look into the cosmetic side of the game, and so far at least they have exceeded my expectations. Though I had wanted this level of detail, I wasn't sure we'd actually be getting it. Truly, they're showing up the competition with the sheer depth of their itemization. If the loadout side can match this, then Anthem truly will be special. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the stream, and if there's something you want to see on the streams, I encourage you to check out Mike Gamble's Twitter, as he is accepting suggestions for the next week or so on what community would like to see, so be sure to check that out. As always, let me know what you thought of this episode in the comment section below. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoy this type of content, please leave a like or a dislike if you prefer. Don't forget to subscribe to support the channel, and use the bell to be notified of future content as it goes live. Until next time, I've been Dantir, thanks for watching.